The current Piper Rockelle situation is much more disturbing than meets the eye. Piper Rockelle would blow up on TikTok just a couple years ago for making many viral dancing videos on the platform. Now, despite her being only 17 years old, many of these videos would actually be quite suggestive, sparking a lot of controversy as a large percentage of Piper's audience are much younger kids. All these dances that Piper does on a daily basis sets a bad influence for her young fan base, which would continue to get worse as Piper would even collaborate with the Bop House, a content house filled with creators who make videos for adults, if you're catching my drift. Again, Piper is 17 years old, which has made many people on the internet critical of her making content with these creators. So hit that like button if you hate the Bop House, and let's check this all out. This would all start around 3 months ago whenever Piper would make a TikTok titled, "This is my audition, if you know, you know." Now, it doesn't take a genius to figure out what she was talking about, as around this time, the Bop House was absolutely exploding on TikTok. Therefore, it would only be a matter of time before they caught wind of Piper's video, and they would begin making jokes about inviting her to the house. If we invited Piper to the Bop House, she's 17.
Here we go. Count 1, guilty. Count 2, guilty. Count 3, guilty.
This flip in itself would obviously spark a lot of controversy, as they were literally joking about inviting a 17-year-old to the house. Even bringing that stuff up in the first place is weird.
So, who are you thinking is going to be the next member?
I've been seeing a lot of comments talking about Piper.
I really don't like where this is going.
Ah, Piper. She's so cute. Isn't she like 17?
Yeah. So,
I mean, I think she's so cute. Like, I've seen her TikTok.
Yeah, it literally doesn't matter. If she's under the age of 18, she shouldn't be making content with OF creators, period. Sure, nothing she's doing in the content is illegal, but it's just really fucking weird.
You know, nothing wrong with her, but I think just, you can't come here if you're under the age of 18. Like, that's, you know, it's not gonna work.
we love you.
Just, you know, now's not the right time, and, you know, maybe trying something more appropriate for your age, a Disney Channel audition.
And him saying this on the podcast would make it even more weird when just a couple months later, Piper would be seen on the official Bop House channel at the house making content with the girls. Like, it really does get to a point. How many times are they gonna cry about me being in the Bop House? Like, motherfucker, you being there making content with them in the first place is weird. Like I said, you may not be doing anything illegal, but it's just weird for her to be there in the first place. Why does she literally have the least amount of clothing on? Okay, now where do you honestly draw the line? I've seen a lot of people talking about, oh, well, she turns 18 in a couple months. Like, homie, it literally doesn't matter. If she's below the age of 18, she can't be making content with these people.
Piper, look at this comment.
Is Piper joining the Bop House?
Oh my god, I mean, like, people want me to, like, no, girl,
I mean, like, come on.
you're not even 18 yet, girl.
Literally, like, how many months? 6 months.
Piper, no.
Yeah, we need to put this guy on a watch list ASAP. Motherfucker is counting down the months for her to turn 18, bro. They are probably thinking for her to be like this, she has to have some terrible parenting in her life. And believe it or not, you'd be 100% right. Ever since she's been a young teenager, her mom has basically been exploiting her for money. Not just that, but Piper's mom has allegedly been abusing the friends that she makes content with. This would all be exposed on Inside Edition, where Piper's friends would open up about the situation.
Piper's mom, Tiffany Smith, is under fire by all these former squad members for claims of financial exploitation. In a lawsuit, they accuse her of exposing them to a physical, emotional, verbal, and sometimes sexually abusive environment.
I'm gonna ask one question. Are we even surprised by any of this? I mean, we see the kind of stuff that Piper does in her content, and especially the kind of stuff that she wears, and I feel like any parent in their right mind would never let their kids do the kind of stuff that Piper has done in her content at her age.
All of our innocence was just swiped from us.
She would, like, run around and say sexual things to you.
Were you ever asked
to pose provocatively or to wear things you were uncomfortable wearing?
Oh yeah, Tiffany would always tell me to go up into Piper's closet and get something that's more tight and revealing.
Okay, bro, now that's absolutely insane. But it has to make me question, like, how do their parents not find out about this kind of stuff? I mean, they have to be watching the videos, right? It's not like they're just sending their kids to Piper's house to film a video and paying no mind to the content that's actually being produced. If my kid was making content with literally anybody, I would watch nearly every video that they make, especially if they were that young.
Sophie Fergie says Tiffany once encouraged her to pose in a towel.
Sophie, how old were you when you were asked to dress provocatively?
I believe I was 11 or 12.
Oh, hell nah. If this is true, it might be GG's, bro. We gotta lock Tiffany up.
We didn't know a lot of the things that were going on. We weren't allowed to be there.
Fuck, you mean you aren't allowed to fucking be there? So you're dropping your kid off to film a YouTube video, and you're being advised not to be there while they're filming. Not just that, but you're completely oblivious to the kind of stuff they're putting your kid through. Like, you even watch the videos at all?
These two former squad moms say they're really upset.
I'm mortified by what she's done to other children.
Jennifer Bryant is Walker's mother.
It needs to be exposed, and she needs to be held responsible for what she's doing.
I'm not trying to defend anyone in this situation, especially not Tiffany, but there's no way their parents didn't know that something like this was going on. Like, how do you have no idea that your kid's dressing provocatively in these videos, especially when you're the one dropping them off at Piper's house to record?
Ann Henry is the co-founder of Biz Parents, a nonprofit watchdog group that works to protect the rights of child actors.
This whole world of social media, particularly influencers, is definitely ripe for abuse. The bottom line here is that Tiffany Rockelle Smith does need to be held responsible.
Today, all these teens say they still care about Piper and just want what's best for her.
I believe that Piper is a victim. Piper did nothing. Piper's completely innocent. It's all Tiffany.
Piper's mom is definitely the one to be blamed in this situation. However, I still can't stop thinking about all these other kids' parents. Like, a piece of research would even be conducted saying that sometimes apparently these kids be working 11 to 12 hours a day. Absolutely insane hours. But like, how do you let your kid do something like that? If they're gone for that many hours a day, I feel like in the back of your head, you have to think that there's something going on or something wrong.
Now, when people go, how can that happen? These YouTube videos are unregulated, right? They're not SAG-AFTRA. There's not a tutor on the set. Parents aren't on the set. So some of the allegations are that these kids claim that they were asked to work 10, 12 hours, no tutors, no parents, and that led to an environment where they were taken advantage of and exploited. Now, we reached out to the mother of the YouTube star, and she did not return our calls, but she denies all the allegations in court papers.
Well, I mean, yeah, of course she's going to deny all the allegations. If she gets caught doing this kind of stuff, then her entire life is basically ruined. However, with Piper going to the Bop House, I honestly think it's at the point where Piper's on board with all of this too. She knows that once she turns 18, if she makes an OnlyFans, there's a ton of creepy old men that are going to buy her content on the spot.
Roof over my head, and I'm proud of you guys because this was all you. This wasn't me. This was you, and I'm proud of you.
Well, at least she's PR trained, because I mean, that is the most generic response I've ever heard. Let's be honest, yeah, if you didn't have your fans, you wouldn't be able to live the same lifestyle you do. But I guarantee you she's just saying this to make her fans feel like they're part of something. And at that point, why doesn't she join the Bop House? It just means more money. Other than that though, there was actually a streamer that I covered just the other day who got all his content by basically harassing random people in South Korea, and now he's facing nearly 10 years in South Korean prison. Absolutely wild stuff. Make sure to click the video on screen and also like this video if you made it this far. I mean, like, why haven't you liked it already, bro? Like, just like it. That's it for today's video. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. See you in the next video. Peace.